Hey Lena, welcome back to another episode of When I'm Gone. Someday I will be gone, not of this earth anymore. I'm hoping to leave behind some knowledge that I think will be helpful to you in the future. Today we are going to be making some planter boxes, some tall ones, because you in the future may have some dogs and they like to dig up your stuff just like our dogs now do. Maybe you have a big dog like this one. We're going to be making a raised cedar planter box. We're going to be putting some vegetables and herbs and things of that sort in it, so we don't necessarily want a bunch of treated wood, so we're going to be using cedar. First, make sure you are wearing protective clothes, long sleeves, you're wearing protective jeans, and you are wearing appropriate shoes or boots. Pull your hair back if it's long enough to do so. You don't want it getting stuck in anything. If you wear contacts or glasses, I would recommend wearing your glasses to protect your eyes. Last thing you want is something to fly up and mess up your eye, get stuck with your contact, and then you've got a whole other problem. Okay. Also, make sure you are using some SPF. Okay, so you're going to want to use that SPF because your skin is the largest organ. Go ahead and protect it. Use some nail clippers or nail nippers like I have here to trim down your nails, because there's nothing worse than getting an injury due to your nails being too long. Well, no, there's injuries that are worse, but this is not pleasant either. Fingernails are cut. I have my water. And I also have a water supply over here, so in the event that there's some kind of accident, get something in my eye, I know where to get water to flush things out. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Get you a list of all the supplies you need right here. We'll see if I can actually edit this to be cool and show up just like this. Did I do it? So I went to Lowe's and I picked up some of these cedar, 6-foot cedar fencing boards. I got 28 of them. I'm not gonna need all of these, but I got extras just in case, and I made one mistake. I didn't go pick out these boards myself. They were on the side of the building, not inside of the building, and the team members were really sweet and offered to just go grab 28 of them and bring them to the truck, which was really helpful. However, they just grabbed 28 of them. They're not really looking at them the way that I would. So like this one's cracked, this one's cracked. Actually, of 28, only 2 of them were cracked, so I'm only going to be returning 2. That's actually not too bad, but I would suggest that you pick out your own boards. Make sure that they're pretty straight, you know, look at them, see how straight they are, and look for any obvious cracks. As you know, my favorite color is black and different shades of black. The outside has been stained, but not the inside. So the inside that will be towards any of the fruit or vegetables or herbs will be this side. Exterior is going to be this side. It's going to be two-toned. It's going to be a nice cedar color against black. And you'll just do that a few more times. And we're going to go ahead and start cutting some of our boards. Now this is going to be it's going to be the sides for our planter box, and I'm going to have these 24 inches in length, and that's just because of the length of my arms. That's what's going to be comfortable for me to reach in without really hurting my back and causing a lot of problems or having to reach too deep. So we are going to follow the measure twice rule. So find 24 inches. 3 cuts out of 1 board. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, let's go plug her in. All right, for good measure, one more time. 24. All right, for good measure, 24. All right, so even though I've got my regular prescription glasses, which I need to see far away, I am gonna put on these safety glasses. Because these are gonna protect the sides, tops, and a little under here as well. So just in case any wood pieces come up, they should stay out. Okay. Okay, so that is 4 boards into 24 inches. We're gonna go ahead and start cutting down the black boards. I'm gonna flip them over. I'm gonna do the same thing. Measure, measure. So I'm gonna measure 33 inches because that is the height that I've selected. That's gonna be tall enough for me to reach easily and tall enough to keep the Rottweilers out of the garden. Son of a bitch, I did it. You should have 10 of these longer ones, 33 inches, and you should have 12 of the 24-inch pieces of cedar. All right, so what we're gonna do first is go ahead and make our corner pieces. And 2 of these are gonna be for a support, so I'm just gonna put these to the side. I'm gonna choose maybe an ugly one or one that you didn't love, like I forgot to take the dog ears off of this one, so this we'll use for the back piece. Since nobody's gonna see that anyway, and this one's kind of dirty, so we'll just put these 2 to the side. All right, now line these up as best as you can. It's not gonna be perfect. I'll bring this a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Just take the nail gun, carefully watching my fingers. Lining it up. Ta-da! All right, next I'm gonna go ahead and put in some pilot holes. I'm using, can you see that? 1/8 drill bit. Kids in the neighborhood are playing basketball. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is just gently put in some pilot holes here so that the wood hopefully doesn't split when I put in the regular wood screws, because cedar does tend to split, especially since this is not very thick. This is just fencing. Now you're going to go ahead and put in your wood screw drill bit. Get your wood screws and carefully start running those through those pilot holes. Very gently. Again, you just don't want these to split. And you'll go ahead and do all of these on all 4 of them. Hot tip is if you put this corner up against something that already is a corner, it will make it easier to put these pilot holes in, because you can have a little leverage here. Same with putting your wood screws in. If you keep it over here on a corner, this will go much faster. All right, now that you have assembled your corners, go ahead and put 2 of them up. Go ahead and get a level. Do your best to make it as even as you can. It's not going to be perfect, and that's okay. And we'll take some of these 24-inch boards. Start putting it together. Be careful. Once you finish one side, go ahead and get started on the other side. Sides, if you have somebody to help you, great. If you don't, I would suggest that you get some clamps. No, see, this is what I was about to address. Get some clamps, get some tape. now is a good time also to find close to the middle or as middle as you can get over here for support. Find as close to middle as you can. You can measure it. I'm not, because I'm not that particularly worried about it, but you can. And this is going to act like a brace to keep all the boards as straight as possible. All right, so here is the completed raised bed. So what I'm going to be doing now is looking to see which side is the prettiest, and that's going to be the side that is going to go facing outwards. So just by a quick glance, this is the better looking side. Things are a little bit more even. There's a very good possibility that I'm actually going to flip this the other way, because this is not exactly flush, but I can tell that the bottom is, so it's likely they'll just flip-flop these.